You are walking down a quiet street enjoying the cool morning air. Your dog is relaxed, walking loosely by your side, ignoring the cars and the houses. But then a single person turns the corner. Your dog's ears lift, sensing them before they even come into view. Suddenly, your dog stops. Their body stiffens, their tail goes low, and they let out a sharp, defensive bark. It feels completely random. It is almost as if they have chosen this one stranger to hold a grudge against. To understand why this happens, we need to step out of our human stories and look at the world through canine senses. And to help us decode this mystery, here is Sherlock. A dog's world is built on smell. While we rely on sight to navigate our day, a dog maps the environment using an olfactory system that is up to 100,000 times more sensitive than ours. When a human gets nervous, their body releases a cocktail of hormones, primarily cortisol and adrenaline. These chemicals leak through our skin pores, creating an invisible, highly specific scent profile. Canine brains process these scents immediately. Olfactory signals bypass the logical filters that humans use, sending chemical messages straight to the dog's limbic system, the emotional brain. These olfactory messages travel instantly along specialized neural paths. Before your dog can think, their body is already shifting into a state of high alert. Behind the incisor teeth lies the vomeronasal organ, a specialized chemical detector. It reads pheromones and biological signatures, allowing dogs to sense our internal state before we even open our mouths. Sometimes humans try to hide their tension with heavy perfumes or synthetic fragrances. But to a dog, these layers do not hide the fierce scent. They simply create a confusing, unpredictable chemical signature. Because scent travels through air currents, your dog detects a stranger's chemical profile long before they step onto your property. The warning system is already active before the doorbell rings. Every person leaves a unique footprint of scent behind them. If a previous passerby was highly stressed, the residual cortisol on a fence post or wall can trigger an alert reaction in your dog. But scent is only the first piece of the puzzle. Dogs are also master observers of human body language, reading physical cues that humans do not even notice in themselves. Canine eyes are incredibly sensitive to motion and muscle tension, detecting tiny physical shifts that humans ignore, reading them as a silent alarm. When a human feels anxious, their muscles microcontract, causing tiny, high-frequency tremors. While other humans do not see this stiffness, your dog registers it as an alarm signal. Sometimes, people who are nervous around dogs will stare intensely, trying to monitor the dog. In the canine world, a direct, unblinking stare paired with a leaning body looks like stalking behavior. This creates a confusing disconnect. The person might be saying hello in a friendly, high-pitched voice, but their body chemistry and muscle tension are broadcasting an active threat. When a dog's nose detects stress chemicals and their eyes see a stiff, stalking posture, their emotional brain takes over. The impulse filter shrinks and the primitive warning response begins. We see this often in veterinary clinics. Even the most friendly assistant can trigger a bark if they are rushed, stressed, and chemically broadcasting high cortisol levels into the small exam room. To understand why this reaction is so intense, we have to look back at evolutionary history. For 15,000 years, survival depended on identifying unpredictable variables in the wild. A stranger approaching with stiff muscles and a high-stress chemical signature was an immediate signal of danger. Wild canines survived by reading the intent of other creatures. A creature that approached with a calm scent and relaxed body was safe. A creature that was tense and chemical-heavy was a threat. Domestic dogs still use this wolf logic. A person walking with an unusual gait, wearing a large hat, or carrying a bulky package can be seen as an unpredictable, dangerous variable. Some people carry chronically high cortisol baselines due to stress, illness, or anxiety. Even if they love dogs, their natural chemical signature can trigger a protective warning bark. When these tense chemical profiles approach the home boundary, the dog's protective instinct doubles. They vocalize not out of anger, but to alert the pack to an unpredictable presence. If you are the owner of a reactive dog, the first step is regulating your own energy. When you tighten the leash or hold your breath, you add your own adrenaline to the mix. Your body releases its own rush of adrenaline, which directly triggers and fuels their alarm. When introducing your dog to someone new, ask the guest to turn their side toward the dog. Turning sideways and avoiding direct eye contact instantly removes the visual stalking threat. Let the dog sniff a piece of clothing or an object from a distance first. This allows their vomeronasal organ to process the person's chemical signature in a safe, non-threatening way. Instead of forcing the dog to take a treat directly from a stranger's hand, which creates visual pressure, have the person toss the treat gently to the side, allowing the dog to approach in their own time. Keep your initial training sessions at a distance where your dog's emotional brain remains calm. Building trust slowly creates new, positive neural connections that replace the old fear alerts. Here is your 3-step blueprint for a calm re-entry. Step 1. When your dog alerts, check your own body. Take a deep, slow breath and relax your shoulders to stop your own cortisol leak. Step 2. Have the visitor stand at a slight angle, avoiding direct eye contact. This soft posture tells the dog's visual sensors that there is no active stalking threat. By standing at an angle with relaxed hands, the visitor broadcasts a calm visual signal, helping the dog's brain feel safe. Step 3. Have the visitor gently toss a treat or a familiar toy near the dog, then ignore them. This allows the dog to investigate the visitor's scent baseline without any social pressure. Understanding why your dog barks isn't about enforcing perfect obedience. It is about honoring their ancient sensory world and building a bridge of trust and safety that both of you share. If you want more calm, science-backed explainers like this, consider subscribing. We unpack one dog behavior mystery at a time, protecting the bond that makes every training conversation possible. To go deeper into how your dog's nose shapes their mood and memory, watch our related video on scent trails and how smells change how they feel before they even think. Every dog's history and personality are unique. If you are struggling with severe behavior problems, consult a certified behavior professional or vet who can tailor a plan specifically for your dog.